I can sit here and take that to any job. Like, yeah, I got laid off from it. I ain't get like I ain't do shit. Trust me, I ain't off that.
So at least we got that good, because you know we don't want this shit going around, you know, tarnishing the legacy and shit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I was telling Shorty that I was like, yeah, it's good I got this letter. It's bad that I got laid off, but it's good I got this letter, because I mean, that could tarnish my work history. Be getting laid off from there. That's like a federal type job and shit. I mean, you get fed time for stealing the money, so it's like a federal thing. I'm like, yeah,
wait, you was stealing money?
Nah, they had job reduction, yo. Like, it's not gonna be a lot of money coming in there no more at night. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like during the wintertime, it's hella money that comes in, because you know business be closing for like 2-3 days for snow and shit like that. You know, shit happens. Yeah. So when business closed for 2-3 days, they gotta send out more than what they supposed to send out for the night. So they gotta send out a week's worth of money to the place, and we gotta tag it all out so they can get sent out and they can have their money for the rest of the week. Because you know what I mean, the snow, it might fuck up the business and shit. So
well, somebody's business is wait. If we see a business go out of business in the next few months because of money problems, hence Toys R Us, we know why. You feel me? But where this nigga Mac at, bruh? Because we need to get this show cracking. You feel me? And this the nigga that always go missing too. He the one that always go
he
missing.
Was worried, and he just called me earlier too, yo. He just called me earlier, yo.
This nigga
he just called me
missing.
earlier. I'm like, oh, this nigga, he called me and shit, telling me about everything about last night. I'm like, yeah, last night was pretty bad, man. We had a little pre-workout on what we gonna discuss, cause
oh, word.
I feel kind of bad now. You know what I mean? He was like,
oh
that
yeah, because of the fucking. I was like, thinking of the game last night, man. I know he was digging in your ass because of that shit.
Nah, he wasn't even digging in my eyes, because I came out with points. Like, I ain't even sit here and I ain't hold him. I ain't go up like, yo, they fucking cheated. Nah. Westbrook just playing stupid, bro. You just playing stupid. Like,
it's not that he was playing stupid. I'm gonna keep it 100. I kind of like the way Westbrook was playing. It's just that when you look at it from the optics level, they're not playing like a team. The shit that's actually scary is because in the beginning we would like. I wish TG could get on the cast. Like I need these niggas to get on the cast, because remember TG didn't think the Jazz was gonna make the fucking playoffs. Mm-hmm. That's number one. So the fact that the Jazz made the playoffs is like, all right, bet. Then it's like, okay, then they're in there and they're actually playing like with cohesion. Because I'm not gonna hold you. When they traded Rodney Hood, I was like, I don't know, man. I think they need Hood. I know Donovan Mitchell is like, you know, he's an emerging star, but I didn't think he was ready. Bruh, this nigga Donovan Mitchell is ready. And then Derek Favors, him playing the role that he's playing.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they're playing as Westbrook should be playing, because Paul George already said he taking the back seat. It's not his team. It's Russ' team. Melo already know it's like, he in his last couple of years, so Melo ain't really he ain't too gung-ho about taking charge any fucking way. Last night, Westbrook had 3 assists, my nigga. 3. Yeah. That's the lowest assist count he's had in the past year and a half, my nigga. In the past year and a half. Wait. Like, so there is no, they're not playing like a team. He's not doing what he was doing last year.
I saw the whole game. They're not playing like a team.
Outside of
him having 3 assists plays into that. Because if this is, you gotta understand, it's a team game. They're not rotating the ball. ESPN dropped a stat that they went 22 minutes yesterday without passing the ball or without an assist. So just think about that. 22 minutes.
ISO ball.
Wait. What's the game? Like, what, 44 minutes? What's it, 12? Yep, 44. So you went half the game, half the quarter without even assisting. Like, let's really talk about that, man.
They going back into ISO ball. Like, they really trying to do ISO ball. It's like, that shit is not... It's not working, especially with a defensive-minded team like the fucking Jazz. Like, the Jazz are playing, they're a defensive squad first. They play defense. They play team defense. So it's not like they They don't. I mean, they good individually, but they play team defense mostly, and that team defense will collapse a ISO player all the time,
10 out of
all the
10.
time,
10 out of 10. And
all the
wait,
time.
and then look at it
So
from this point of view. When you look at Russell Westbrook, like, he's a known slasher, get to the basket, create his shot type shit. I don't really look at him as like a point up shooter. He drives and gets his shit cracking. But now when you have the stifle tower, Rudy Gobert in the middle, man, it makes it kind of difficult.
it does. It makes it difficult for him to be a slasher, but with him still doing the slashing that he's known for doing, it will open up everything else. You get what I'm saying? Because regardless of how it is, the Jazz still collapsed. Even watching the game last night, when he did attack the basket, the Jazz collapsed. The whole defense collapsed. They left people open. You get what I'm saying? He was just missing shots. He missed layups. He left them shit short. And then when he tried to pass, he tried to be too fancy. He already up in the air instead of sitting here paying attention before he, you know what I'm saying, go to the hoop. So if he still do the slashers mentality, play his mid-range game, stop trying to throw up these fucking threes and shit like that, because he's not a great three-point shooter. He's okay, but he's not a great three-point shooter. If he do what he normally do, shoot the mid-range, continue to slash and dish out so that way other people have... Like, yo, Rudy Gobert is going to protect that hole. We know this.
Wait. We know, but wait, hold on. We ain't gonna go all in on him yet, because Max just hopped on and we gotta do the intros. But I just say though. I'll say this. What'd you call it again? Ricky Rubio? He set that nigga up and he fell into the trap. And for him falling into the trap, it makes him an even bigger loser. Because he went on that stage and said he's gonna shut that shit down. Oh yeah, you shut that shit down, all right, my nigga. You was in there 4 fouls. You couldn't even play the game you wanted to play in the third quarter because you out there fucking running on eggshells.
Yo, son, Ricky Rubio. His new name is Double R. He ain't Ricky Rubio no more. He gets a abbreviation. That little
man, that nigga the Spanish samurai. But we gonna get this shit cracking. But look, check this out. It's the Daily Heat Check Smokecast, y'all, man, and welcome back, man. We be taking a little long vacays, but we gonna get this shit back on occasion, man, because we got some great things coming up for y'all in the future. But right now, I'm your host, Sir Piffery Goodness. Catch me at PiffBeats on Instagram and at Twitter. And to the left of me is my good sir, King Jones. Talk to the people. Tell them where they can find you.
What's going on, people, man? You can find me on Twitter at King_Jones464. You can find me on Twitter at SoRoyaltyJones. I'm out here, man. We back. We gonna do this a lot better this time.
Oh yeah, and with that, we got Mac Amazing to the other left of my good sir King Jones. Please talk to the people. Tell them where they can find you, because I know you've been busy in that God of War.
Yo, you know it's Mac Amazing, man. Find me on Instagram at m.amayzn. Holla at me, man.
And like Jones said, we gonna get a little bit more frequent. I got some big plans coming. I don't say that just to say that. I wish I could have y'all come through and check shit out more often. You know, Mac, I know we've been trying to get this put together, but I got some things I'm working on. I mean, it's crazy. The live stream, we're about to bring the content back and do this like on a professional level. When I say pro level, you're gonna see it and try to compare it to some of the things we see on TV. So I appreciate y'all for rocking with us, being patient. You know, it's a long struggle for me getting the right things and just figuring this shit out on the fly, but we're gonna make it work. But let's get back into this playoffs, because if y'all heard, we was just breaking down that OKC game that happened. I'm not gonna say when it happened, because depending when you listen to this, it might predate it. But that game was pretty interesting. Now OKC is up. Utah Jazz is up 3-1 on OKC. No, absolutely. But on this edition of the Smokecast, we just want to make this all playoffs. Honestly, let's. I don't even want to look too far into the future. Let's make this all first round. So we already saw one team got knocked out, and that was the New Orleans. Not the New Orleans. That was the Trailblazers by the New Orleans Pelicans. So we have one sweep already taken care of. Everyone's predicting that there will be a second or a gentleman's sweep between the Golden State and the Spurs. And depending on how the Philly and the Miami game turn out, this shit might turn a few heads as well. But
it's not gonna turn a few heads.
Oh, it's not going to. All right, then say less
It's
than my
not.
nigga, because I'm rolling my blunt right here. So honestly, I strictly want to make this NBA. I don't know if it's going to be a long one. I don't know if it's going to be a short one, because I just want to focus on the first round. But we're just going to speak our facts on this on the playoffs, because this is what I've been waiting for. But when we look at the NBA playoffs right now, my nigga, I got to hit TG because I might want him to hop on here with us. But when you look at the playoffs, man, I was very surprised with the Pelicans. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Can't be.
Wow.
You can't be.
What do you mean you can't be, bro? They've been borderline for the last like 2-3 years, man.
No. That's 2-3 years though. We're talking about this year. This year, they started off a little struggly, like all teams, of course, because they added a new addition, which was DeMarcus Cousins. Now they had to figure out how they were going.
DeMarcus Cousins wasn't. Come on, man. Come on, this nigga
hear me
talking.
out.
All right, let me roll my weed, nigga. Talk your shit. Let me roll my weed.
Exactly. When you hear this, then you'll understand what I'm saying. They added a new addition, which was DeMarcus Cousins, who was a big man who could shoot, who could pass, who could rebound. But they
starting off talking crazy.
How they were going to play together with him and AD. Now, DeMarcus Cousins went down. They went on a 15-game win streak. 15-game win streak. Something that we said that the Brown wasn't going to be able to do, which was lead his team because he had no team. Now he has a team. He has Drew Holiday, who is coming out. It came out this year, was averaging 16 points, I think, throughout the NBA season. You got Rajon Rondo, who is a veteran, who knows how to get there, who knows how to control the pace, who knows how to sit here and rebound, assist, and make sure everybody plays their role because he's not shy to sit here and speak up. You got AD down low, who can also play outside, who can also shoot the three, and which is real comfortable for him. And then in the midst of that, they wound up picking up Nikola Mirotic, a sniper from the Bulls, who now took the place of DeMarcus Cousins. So when they came into the playoffs, no, I didn't expect them to be a 7 seed. I honestly thought they was going to be a little bit higher. But, because of all of the ties and the tiebreakers and how the NBA format goes, they was a 7 seed. This sweep wasn't a surprise. It wasn't it was an upsetting sweep. It was they outplayed them. And then they didn't just outplay them, they outplayed them at their game and better. The Pelicans right now look like a championship caliber team.
I'm going back to the classic. I'm about to get at that ass.
Even without DeMarcus Cousins right now, the way they playing, they're going to give us the Warriors a run for their money. Because tonight, the Warriors are going to finish it tonight. If they don't finish it tonight, they're still going to finish it within the next 2 days or so, whenever they play again, 2 days. They're going to give the Warriors a run for their money. It's not going to be no sweep again. The Warriors is not sweeping them because the way they're playing as a cohesive unit, the defense that they play, the rebounding that they ain't going to be able to get because JaVale McGee is soft down there in the paint.
This nigga talking crazy.
No, I'm not talking crazy because JaVale MGee in this playoff does not sit here and average a double-double. He is soft. He doesn't average a double-double. For him to be what is he, 7 feet, 7'1", some shit like that?
He's 7 enough, my nigga.
Exactly. So he's 7 enough, and he averaging only 5-6 rebounds a game.
All right.
Get the hell out of here.
Come on.
He's soft.
I'll let y'all niggas talk y'all shit, man. All right, enough of that. I'm about to go in. I'm about to bring this shit back to the original Smoke Cast shit. No. I gotta bring it back to the original Smoke Cast shit, the OG Smoke Cast shit.
Yeah,
man.
the OG Smoke Cast where you start talking your nonsense. That's what you talk about.
I'm about to get back on that OG shit right now, though. Cuz hold up. So wait, you feel me? But now, peep game. You know what I mean? Because this is how shit's about to look. The reason why it's a surprise is not me coming crazy. It's not me even trying to disrespect the Pelicans. I know the talent they had. He's a AD Kentucky product, Calipari product. I seen what he could do. I remember his draft class. I think it was him, Devin Booker. I forgot. It was like a few more guys. Like that whole, you feel me? Their whole starting five damn near got drafted. I remember that. You feel me? So the talent is there. It's that when you look at, say, the Trailblazers, the talent is also there as well. This is the same Trailblazers for the last 2-3 years that went into shootouts with the Golden State Warriors, or multiple years. I mean, I think they took them to at least 6 games with the best team in the league. Now, this is no discredit to say the Pelicans, but they're not the best team in the league. They're just kind of say you could say right now finding their way this season, because you could say the last like 5-6 years. You could say since AD been there. Let's keep it 100. Since AD, they didn't know what to do with that team, what to do with him, what to do with the coaching. So now that they finally got a little core around him, or at least a cohesive core, they got Rondo in there with some old school leadership, with some veteran experience. Then you got AD with all the experience and losing. He finally got that like fire to win, and then they go and beat the brakes. Not only beat the brakes, sweep the Trailblazers. You feel me? They're projected second round project. Like they've made it to at least the second round the last, I think, 2-3 years. So that's just to say, like, you know, they're no scrubs. Or if they haven't made it to the second round, they've put up fights, at least not a sweep. And that's the whole thing I'm saying. For them not to catch one game, I find that to be like, whoa, that's a surprise. So now it's a surprise in the fact that is the Pelicans for real? Because if they're for real, it could be a problem, because I don't know. I'm going to be frank with you. I know they were playing like a team, but I don't think it was more of the team effort that really won the game. I feel like it was AD taking over, like on some Kobe shit. If that makes any sense.
AD, though. It does make sense. Like he took charge of his shit like he's supposed to, but it wasn't just AD. See, that last game showed that AD has help. Drew Holiday had 41 points. They combined for 88 points of the Pelicans' 130-something points that they won in their last game. So Drew Holiday is a problem. He's always been a problem. It's just he's been plagued with injuries. And then last year he took a year off because of his wife and her misfortunes right now. So when he came back refocused. So you got to remember, Drew Holiday was a part of that AD, we don't know what we doing team 2-3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So when he took that year off, it was a good year off for him because he got to refocus. He got to be in the gym. He got to get stronger. He got to work on his shot, his game. And then he came back and did what he did. Like I said, it's like I told Mac earlier. If DeMarcus Cousins didn't tear his MCL or ACL this year, the Warriors would lose to the Pelicans hands down.
Honestly,
they can play bully ball.
I disagree.
Only reason why I say that is because
Boogie would hold them down.
Nah, they wouldn't, because when they had DeMarcus Cousins, when they finally got it in during this season, when they actually got it together with DeMarcus Cousins and AD, they both was averaging double-doubles. DeMarcus Cousins some nights was getting triple-doubles. So I think AD got at least 1 or 2 triple-doubles this year, I think. I'm not too sure. Can't fact check me on that one. So if he didn't get it, but DeMarcus Cousins like I said, he's a passer. He's a bully. He's a rebounder. He's a scorer. You can't stop that. Draymond Green can't defend AD. It's just like Draymond Green trying to defend Kevin Durant. He can't do it. Why? Because
they're going to have to put Zaza out there.
You get what I'm saying? So you would have to sit here and you would have to play their type of style, which is big man. You would have to play big man. And they would have to go Zaza and McGee. It would have to.
You would go Zaza, get him.
Out Zaza.
That's how they go have to go.
Exactly. You're going to either have Zaza do AD dirty to try to hurt him, or you're going to have to play bully ball, which is something that
we need you to go Kawhi that nigga, man.
You know what I'm saying? So if DeMarcus Cousins didn't tear his ACL this year, I'm telling you the Pelicans will win against the Warriors in 7 games. It would take 7 games for them to beat the Warriors, but they will win in 7 games. Only because they could play bully ball, or one man could go out to the 3-point line and they could play off that, because they both could shoot threes. And they're good at shooting threes. And they don't take a lot, but they're good at shooting threes. They're good at shooting threes, both of them.
Real talk, if they just find a way.
Yo, come closer to the mic, Mac. You sound mad far.
My apologies, but I say if they honestly find a way to just make the Warriors feel uncomfortable, even without DeMarcus Cousins right now, they have a chance on beating the Warriors. I
still see it going 7, regardless of the situation. I still see them going 7. And
at the end of the day, right now, it's not about talent anymore. It's about who want that chip.
All right,
everybody on the West, they're strong, bro. Everything is you don't know what's gonna happen.
Now you right. Well, now look.
Besides that Spurs and Golden State game, we already know where that's going. So
no, it's a fact. But wait, but now I want to look at it like this, because I'm gonna take a look. We already spoke on the first sweep. Now before we continue, I'm gonna keep it so 100. When I look at the playoffs this year, and we're gonna jump around a little bit. We might just jump around, so fuck it. But I don't think LeBron coming out the East, and I don't think Golden State coming out the West. You get what I'm saying? But now, wait, I'm not saying that to stir the pot, but I'm saying that to be like, yo, I think Philly and Toronto, this is their time to strike, and I think Houston and maybe Utah. I don't think the Pelicans is there yet. I think Utah,
because they got to play. You got to think about it, because they playing each other
better.
next round. They playing each other the next round.
Yeah, wait, but I'm just like. Wait, but I'm just keeping it 100. Wait, so look at it like this: they're playing each other the next round, and I'm calling it now. I think Utah is just a little bit better. I just really
Utah not going. I think they could beat them.
And this is after a year of basketball. Because remember, in the beginning, I was like, I don't know. I think it was TG, but still, I'll even go with TG's thought. Because they lost a lot. You feel me? They lost a few pieces. They lost Gordon Hayward. They lost Rodney Hood. You feel me? They lost crucial pieces to their offense, and they're still competing at a high level in the playoffs right now.
Because they got people who want to win. It's like you said. It's like Max said, who wants to win? Donovan Mitchell didn't come into this league and say, yo, I just want to be subpar. This nigga doing shit a rookie is not supposed to be doing, just like Ben Simmons is doing shit that a rookie is not supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying?
But KG, check this out. Check this out, son. At the end of the day, each one of these teams, I haven't seen this in a long time in the NBA. Each one of these teams that are in the finals, ones that make the finals, they had some type of triangle offense. They had at least 3-star players on their squad. So it's like this is the first time that you could, I won't say the first, but in a long time, you've seen something like this in the playoffs. You could honestly look at the roster and say, okay, we know who's going to be doing what against who, because we see the talent that's there that is standing out on each team. So
we can't say that about the Pacers. They have a lot of good role players. They have 1-star players.
Let's take it to the East, because that was the next game on my head, because I'm going to keep it a buck with you. That's what's in a 2-2 series right now.
I think they shit the bed, though. I think they shit the bed on that series.
I believe the Pacers
they shit the bed on that series.
The Pacers about to lose that shit. They had the opportunity to win.
That game that they gave up.
Both those games.
You can't.
Not the last one.
It's not even both the games. No. The last game, they just lost. They just lost that last game. It was like,
but the game before that, they lost by what? 2 points?
No, the game before that, they lost. They just flat out.
I'm talking game 3. They lost game 3 by 2 points.
Game 4,
they just
didn't play smart though.
They just lost it in the last 3 minutes.
Game 4, they just shit the bed. Like, they stopped doing everything. You get what I'm saying? They started to look like the Thunder, where it was iso ball. Nobody was passing the ball. I was watching that game. I'm like, yo, there's no passing. There's no ball movement. There's no player movement. Like, they was at still. They was giving Victor Oladipo the ball here. You take over. You do it. Like, that's what they were doing in game 4. So I think they shit the bed on that series. Like, I had them taking Cavs out. Because they look like the better squad. They have the better squad, point blank. They can only if they get back to playing team ball, which is good. But then you got to remember, you gave LeBron the opportunity. Now, we're talking about LeBron here. We're not talking about
they ain't give LeBron an opportunity.
Player.
LeBron is creating opportunity. Like, this is the one time where you got to give LeBron credit. Like, he is hauling ass. He's carrying them niggas throughout this shit, bruh. Like, you feel me?
This is the worst team since his 07 team.
No, this is the worst team since the first team he took to play the Warriors with, when he had Delly and and James Jones and all them niggas.
No, because they was actually still good. They had more shooters then.
No,
this is the worst team he's had.
Those niggas got
he
good.
Took his first team to the finals in 2007, B.
No, they're not that bad.
He had a bunch of bums. What? Yes, he did. He had a bunch of bums.
Bro, these niggas ain't and that's the reason why I'm saying they not that bad, because he's not surrounded by a bunch of bums. He's just surrounded by a bunch of niggas who aren't good enough. Like, you gotta understand, in different play, Larry Nance and Clarkson in LA were balling. They were alright. You gotta understand, they were on the posters. This was the future young stars. Yo, Rodney Hood in Utah, they were balling. They were like, yeah, they were doing good without Hayward. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Kyle Korver in Atlanta was balling. He's still
doing what he's doing now.
But that's the shit that I'm trying to say though. When you look at this team, and I'm just picking up like 4 players, Tristan Thompson still is J.R. Smith's always been J.R. Smith. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's not for me to run down the whole roster. And then Kevin Love, he's still been like the point is that these niggas they're not like bums. You feel me? At any time, when you look at this 07 team, that calling them bums, I give you that. Because probably half them niggas are not even in the league. Half them niggas not even, you don't even know who half them niggas are if they was to run pictures by them. But that's the truth about it. But now when you look at these niggas, bro, like half these niggas on this team is going to have a potential, like say in the next 5 years, they're going to be in the NBA. Like they're going to be in the NBA balling. Like he's like, you feel me? Because Rodney Hill was balling before he got there. Kevin Love was balling before he got there, and Larry Nance and Clarkson was balling before they got there. You feel me? And J.R. Smith is always going to find a home for his wild shot, and that's just what it is. You feel me? But when you look at it, like he's not like he has enough supplemental pieces to make this shit work. But when you look at it now, let's look at the flip side though. Because I feel like it's the same shit when you look at say the OKC story. Because all you see is what Carmelo, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, Corey Brewer. And you're like, oh man, these guys gonna knock them out. And the same thing with the Cavs. You see LeBron, Kevin Love, Clarkson, Hood, and then you're like, all right, and all they got is what? Oladipo, Miles Turner,
Sabonis. They got Boran Bogdanovic. They still got Al Jefferson on the roster.
Wait, my nigga. They're not even saying it's attractive names right now. Like that's you see what I'm trying to get at right now.
Yeah, I see it.
And it's the same shit when you look at Utah. Ricky Rubio, Donovan Mitchell.
No. That's an attractive name because Ricky Rubio made a name for himself.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
Only reason why he was
he just made a name for himself, bro. The last 8 years, you did not give a fuck about Minnesota. You were not talking Ricky Rubio 8 years ago.
The only reason why we didn't care about Ricky Rubio is because he couldn't shoot.
My nigga, he still can't shoot. My nigga, wait. He still can't shoot. He's admitted that's not even his game.
Better.
That's not even his game. He's admitted to that shit now.
Yeah, he know that's not his game, but he's shooting more. He's being more of an aggressor in Utah than he was in fucking Minnesota.
He
getting 19 points, 26 points with 10 assists and 11. Like he's still doing the normal shit he do, which is rebound, assist.
Yeah, but that's not a regular. That's not every night. That's not every night, and you are correct. You are correct.
He's a pass first point guard.
Absolutely, and there's nothing wrong with that.
He said that he
need
was
more
a
of
pass
those.
first point guard, but now he's more of an aggressive pass first point guard. Like if the pass ain't there, he's not going to throw it. He don't make stupid plays. If it ain't there, he'll try to take it in himself. He'll try he's more aggressive now with the Jazz than he was with Minnesota.
Wait.
That's the only reason why we didn't look at him in Minnesota.
And you're right, my nigga. But wait, the point that I was trying to say is because everything you just said is facts. I'm not trying to take that away because I'm not even going to debunk that. Is that when you look at on paper, you see Donovan Mitchell, Ricky Rubio, Rudy Gobert, Derek Favors, and I can't even figure out the fourth player. You feel me? The fifth player, and Joe Ingles. Wait, you get what I'm saying? I don't think he's the fifth one. I think he's coming off the bench. He's the fifth one.
Starting.
He's starting? Oh wow.
Yes, he starts.
So wait, you peep game? I'm even surprised that he starts. He sounds like a bench player. But now, just looking at it from this point of view, and then going against Carmelo, Paul George, Steve Adams, Corey Brewer, Carmelo, I'm like, bro, you're not expecting to see what you're expecting. And now I only use that as a metaphor about the Indiana and the Cavs game because it's the same shit. When you look at Indiana, you're not expecting them to come in there and put it like this. Even if they don't win the series, you're not expecting them to bring out 44 triple doubles, 30, 10 and 10 out of LeBron on every given night. You're not expecting that. You get what I'm saying? Wait, this is the first round. In the first round. Like this the shit that's like, yo, all right, my nigga, like, what's this, the second, third round? They battling for that no. These niggas is battling to fucking play fucking the Wizards and the winner out of the Wizards and the I forgot, Toronto and shit. You get what I'm saying? Like this is what these niggas is battling for. Wait. Teams that niggas LeBron beats easily. You remember when LeBron was washing the floor fucking the Wizards, washing the floor with Toronto? Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Now he's struggling to get to these niggas. Like that's the
It's
part that's
bad,
like,
bro.
yo, on paper is crazy, and
It's not that he getting old. It's just like Pip
it's
said. Is the
team
players
ball.
around him is not the players around him is not mature enough.
I'm gonna say it now.
That's what it is.
Not even that. I'm gonna be the one to say it.
Hold on. No. So that's it. So that's the new
It's
LeBron
no
excuse.
excuse. No, it's no
That's
excuse
the
for
new
LeBron.
LeBron excuse.
It's no. It's look,
it's not even a
we can't
LeBron
talk about
excuse.
LeBron. It's a team game. We can't talk about LeBron because LeBron's still doing what the fuck he's supposed to do, which is triple doubles pretty much.
But Jones, you just said it. It's the team element that's killing these niggas. Wait, think about it.
Like,
it's the super team versus the team. That's the part that's killing. Because you feel me? If the team was a super team, hence Golden State, because that's the part that's crazy what niggas don't get it, is that Golden State is a super team, yes. But at the core of it, they're still a team. That's the part that's crazy. Like, they didn't come overnight. Like, that's the part when you look at it like, yo, Draymond was drafted, Curry was drafted, Clay was drafted. You feel me? Iggy, they brought into the system. JaVale, they brought into the system. You feel me? Who else they got? KD, he wanted to be part of that system. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, this shit, like, niggas bought in to come there. It is not like freaking OKC where it's Russell, we're going to trade for Paul George, and Melo doesn't want to be in New York no more, so we're going to take him and we're going to try to make this shit work and run for the playoffs. You get what I'm saying? This ain't that. But
this was an all-in thing for OKC. That's all it was.
You get what I'm saying? And so when people try to compare the Golden State to a super team, no, Golden State is a team. Then them being as good as they are, yes, you could call them a super team, but that just came from them being a team first. Because when you try to put a super team together, like even look at LeBron. You traded away Isaiah Thomas. You traded away all these core pieces to get to at least build a I don't even want to say a super team, a decent team. And you're getting mopped by the fucking Indiana right now. Granted, I believe you're gonna win, but you're still getting mopped. Like it's the team shit, man. I'm gonna be the one to say it now.
That's my only thing. I hope they didn't shit the bed because Indiana, I see Indiana beating them. I don't give a damn. Like I see Indiana whooping their ass.
They needed that game. They needed the game 4. You feel me? They needed the granted, and LeBron knew that. That's why he wasn't giving that. LeBron didn't take a break in the second half. That nigga's a fucking machine. Like he did not sit at all the second fucking half. He played 28 minutes straight. Shout outs to you. But it's like if because he knew if Indy took that game. Because Indy knows they could beat him in Cleveland. They beat him in Cleveland. Like, you feel me? It's like, yo, they're going to go back to Cleveland 3-1? Oh, no, it's a wrap. Nah, that's a wrap. And they knew that shit was going to go down like that. So it's not even for me to be going off on the wild end, but it's just to be like, I just had to hit the nail on the head. It's like the team, I feel like the super teams are over, or the big 3 terminology, that is over because the team, the core element of basketball, I feel like that with a good coach is returning, and I feel like that could get you a lot further. Hence Greg Popovich. You feel me? Hence the the Utah Jazz. And think about it. The 2 examples I use, they play boring basketball. You would never watch a Utah Jazz or a fucking Spurs game on a fucking Monday or any night. If you had anything better to do, you would watch that before you would watch them play. Wait, especially if they're playing each other.
Is up. Breaking news. 76ers is up. Look like they closing it out in Philly.
They been
72, 59. They gonna close that out in Philly.
Nah, man, hold up,
They're
man.
going to the next round.
Hold on, wait. You jumping the gun a little bit too early there, my boy. That's only a 13-point lead. 14.
Listen,
wait, it's the third quarter.
It's over. It's
the third quarter.
Over.
Damn,
had nobody.
Wait. What basketball do you watch? The third quarter? The 14-point lead and it's over?
I'm going off what I seen over the last 3 games from their entire team. We on a team segment.
I'm
right
sorry.
Now. So
they still got the
segment.
They still got the skeleton of Derrick Rose out there putting up buckets, man. I'm sorry, bro. The skeleton of not Derrick Rose, D Wade. My bad. But
listen, it's not even that. It's
Mac, you gotta get closer to your mic, bro. We can't hear you.
You hear me now?
Yeah, man.
It's just
way better. I don't know what happened, but wherever now, marvelous.
I think that the Sixers is just like they're tired of being called the losers. You got to remember that. Like, they had, 5, maybe 6 seasons where they were the number 1 draft pick or some shit like that. They had close to it, 1, 2, or 3. They was always in the top 3 for draft picks. They done had some horrible seasons, and now they got everybody that they need, healthy and all, sitting here putting up numbers. Ben Simmons is putting up numbers. Joel Embiid is a great center, and he's going to be a great center if he take care of his body for years to come. He's going to be a great center for that. They picked up Elias Silva over in like while he got waived. They picked up Marco Bellinelli and he got waived. Now those are 2 veterans who add more shooting to what they need around Ben Simmons, who is a player who can't shoot. We know this. So with him not being able to shoot, his only game is slashing, rebounding, and assisting.
He getting his shot up,
You need shooters around him. You need shooters around him. He don't take not one mid-range shot if he don't have to. He don't take not one three-pointer. This man is a slasher. He's a pure slasher. He's a rebounder. He's a point. Like he dishes, he rebounds, and he goes to the basket. So you need shooters around him. They got so much shooters around this man. It don't matter what the Heat do. Like, it don't matter what anybody do. I'm being quite honest with you. I see them going to the Eastern Conference Finals regardless. They're not playing LeBron, so I see them going to the Eastern Conference Finals, if not the finals this year, on Ben Simmons' first year in the league, because Ben Simmons is good. Like, Ben Simmons is not a bum. So you got him, you got Joel Embiid, who's a dominant force down there, who can also shoot the 3-ball, who can also shoot a mid-range shot. And then you got Sars, who comes off the bench. Another Spanish recruit that they got from overseas who could shoot the 3-ball, who could shoot the mid-range, who can rebound.
Wait, wasn't he like their rookie pickup?
Yes.
Yes.
Like, they got so much around him. Their bench is, like, built for longevity. For Ben Simmons to be happy. Like, just for Ben Simmons to be happy. Like, because that's what it all comes to sometimes. Like, when that player that you put so much into is happy and he got what he need around him, he's going to play exactly how he's supposed to play. Yeah, he might have an off game, throwing some turnovers or some shit like that, not making layups or something, but he's going to sit here and contribute any way, shape, or form. And Ben Simmons shows the hustle. He shows the motivation. He shows that he wants to win, just like Donovan Mitchell. Shows the hustle, shows that he wants to win. Them 2 niggas are the future of this damn game, point blank period. Because them 2 niggas are going to see each other in the playoffs or in the fucking NBA championship one day. And it's going to be great.
Not facts. Yeah, only thing I'm mad at is that I agreed with everything. I normally would normally disagree with some shit you say because you normally talk off the wall, crazy, dumb, bat shit. But yeah, that was on the money, bruh. Mac, you got anything?
You gotta look at it. Give credit to where credit is due. Brent Bryan is a great head coach. The Philly organization does amazing things. Yeah, they had to build through the draft. They took a lot of shit.
They wasn't building to the draft.
Bryan,
they were stealing fans' money. They were stealing the fans' money for 6 years. All right, bro, let's get it correct. Fuck, building through the draft.
They were stealing money.
Wait. That's what you call it? That's what you call stealing fans' money? We're building through the draft when we want you to come and pay to watch this.
Somebody, you know what I'm saying? They always had somebody that they could sit here and try and put all that emphasis into, but they didn't have that right person. You got to remember, they had Jahlil Okafor, number 1 pick. They was going to put it all into him, but he got hurt. And then when he came back, he started playing like a whole dust ball.
He didn't. You know what I'm saying? Work, man. He didn't work.
Yeah, like he didn't work. He played like a whole dust ball when he came back. He wasn't as aggressive as he was in college. I guess the NBA life was too much for him, so he had to go to Brooklyn. All right, get him the fuck out of here. Ben Simmons, they got him. He got hurt. All right, he take a year off. They got Joel Embiid, who played 32 games last year, and he was supposed to be their new pick, but he showed some promising in them 32 games. Oh, wow, yeah, he good. He could rebound. He got a shot. Oh, yeah, let's get Ben Simmons. All right, Ben Simmons hurt. Cool, we ain't going to rush him back. We're going to take this L. And now they put them both together this year. Just them 2 alone are the cornerstones of fucking Philadelphia regardless. So whoever else they bring in next year after that is really just going to have to fit in with that system. And they're going to look. I see Philly actually looking for pieces to just fit in, not oh, all right, we just gonna get him just because he's a shooter. Nah, they're gonna look for pieces that actually fit what they want with them two cornerstones. Point blank. They going to.
No, you're right. You're right. But I ain't got nothing to debate on that. But let's move to this next team then, because they just wrapped it up. As we was just finishing with Philly, watching them. But the Bucks and the Celtics. Right now, the Celtics took a 3-2 lead on the Bucks. I don't know if that was a close game or not.
Yeah, it was. It was 92-87, 5-point game.
5-point game. Was that like mostly garbage time, or they took it to the seconds?
I think they took it to the seconds. Yeah. I'm not saying. I think they took it to the seconds because you know what? That series has actually been good.
It was.
I ain't even gonna hold you. That series been good.
I think every one of those games were damn near nail biters, bro.
Yeah, they don't do garbage. Them two ain't doing garbage games. I actually think that a lot of teams doing garbage games. Like I told Mac earlier, Golden State, if they don't close it out tonight, they're gonna extend it just because they know Curry might not come back.
No, they're not extending it. Wait. If Golden State don't close, not to go off topic, but if Golden State don't close it out, it's because they can't. But to get back to the Bucks and we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Right, wait, Bucks and Celtics though. No.
Yo, this is just what I think. I'm looking at these two guys play, and I see every single one of these Bucks and Celtics games. Now, I don't know if these two are good teams or they're just two mediocre teams trying to make it to the next round.
I agree with the second part.
I don't think it's mediocre teams.
There's a lot of mediocrity there.
A lot of it. I say that because if you look at their lineup, look at their starting lineup. You look at their starting lineup for the Bucks. You got Eric Bledsoe, a great player. He's not a washout. He's not
all right.
You got Tony Snell. He's a washout. He's
all right. He's
trash.
No, he's a washout. He's trash. He's trash. You got John Henson, who's supposed to get you a double and some blocks because he's always getting you blocks.
Hold on, he's there for defense. Since he said he's just said he's somewhat. So if you're gonna say he's somewhat, that means he's trash too. Next,
you got Antetokounmpo. Of course, they star power forward. Yes, he's great. He averages 30 points if he could. And then you got Chris Middleton. Now, off the bench, you got Jabari Parker, Malcolm Brogdon, Jason Terry, Tyler Zeller.
They trash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got some good pieces.
All they got is the Greek Freak. That's all
they got. Him. Nah, you know what? Chris Middleton is balling. He's not a bad player.
I want to say this though. I want to say this as you go through their roster though. They trash in two elements of the game. They have trash players and they're trash as a team. If you get what I'm saying, because when you look at Utah, real shit. We can say the same thing about the Utah when we look at their roster. They got this. Oh man, none of these niggas we would pick in fucking fantasy probably. But then when you look at them beat the shit out of fucking OKC by 20, it's like damn. We like, but it's like,
should have got him.
And you feel me? But then it's the same thing with the Bucks though. The Bucks could have a bunch of off the fucking spectrum players and still make shit work. But they're not there. It's like
bro.
Their team cohesion is not there. They don't have good coaching. That's number one. And their star player doesn't have good teammates.
Well, like I said, Chris Middleton is a good teammate. He averages what he averages. He plays.
The only reason why the Celtics are staying just above water with them is just because the Bucks are ass. At the end of the day,
and the Celtics are equally as ass.
Just keep it funky,
bro. I'm not gonna hold you. This shit, I see this going 7, and I'm being very frank with you. I don't know who's gonna win it, but I definitely know they're losing. Whoever wins, they're losing in the next round.
Yeah, either way,
of course.
And I sincerely mean that because that's when I asked you. I was like, "Yo, what was the score? Was it a close game? You feel me?
Hell yeah, they fucking lose in the next round. It don't matter who.
Wait, but no, it's not even that though. It's like when you look at them, these teams are too evenly matched. For them to be so far apart in the standings, they are so evenly matched. You don't find that to be like a surprise? Because isn't the Celtics what, the number 2 seed, and the Bucks is what, the 7 seed?
And both of their star players are out.
Like, you know what I'm saying? No, well, the what you call it again? The Bucks got all their key players.
No, Celtics.
Oh yeah, and the Celtics. You're right. But look at it. Both their star players is out, and they're so evenly matched. But that's the only reason. So you're right. So I don't want to make it seem like that's the Celtics in their full capacity. But when you look at it like this, like the Bucks could take this shit. Like honestly, this is the Bucks to take.
They can't win it. They can't win in Boston. They lost the first 2 games in Boston, and then they won the next 2 games at home, and then Boston just won at home. They can't win in Boston. They can't win this series.
No, that's a fact. But then put it like But put it like this: if you keep losing in Boston by 5, it's possible. You remember they only need 1 game.
They lost to Boston by 5-5 and then 15.
You feel?
No, 14. 5-5 and 14.
All they need is just 1 game in Boston.
Yeah.
That's all they need.
Yeah.
Wait, and I'm not even rooting for
game.
them. It's just to show like, yo, this shit is too evenly matched. The Bucks, and this is where good coaching comes in, because Brad Stevens is behind. And Brad Stevens know he's gonna get trashed in the next round, but it's just a simple fact that he knows he's too good to get trashed in this round. But I don't know, because Giannis by himself could wash the floor with these niggas, man. But he doesn't have enough good coaching, bruh. And that's the shit that gets me. And honestly, I know I've been going off the rant this one, bruh, but this is the shit, because I'm real passionate about the playoff basketball. Like, this is where I actually see coaching as being valuable. Because when it comes down to like a 7-game series and you need to beat the other team, like literally only person I'm playing is them. So I could pull all the tape from the last 6 months on them, and I could just, you feel me, just all our games, analyze their weaknesses. Oh, he likes using his left. He likes plotting up there. You get what I'm saying? You could really go in. This is where good coaches, think about it.
Well, if that's the case, then OKC got bad coaching too. Billy Donovan just not the coach for him then.
Of course, bro. You just figured that shit out?
No. I'm just saying. I think
Billy Donovan. Wait, hold on. I'll take it a step further. Billy Donovan and Frank Vogel. Oh, wait, not Frank Vogel. The nigga who in Chicago. They both need to get the fuck out. I forgot that nigga's name.
The only reason why I say it's not fucking Billy Donovan is because
no, it is Billy Donovan.
Sure.
Billy Donovan is out there like he's fucking incompetent.
I think all the coaches in the playoffs, when they make the playoffs, they do exactly what you said. They take all the tape on the team that they playing for the next 7 games, if it goes that long. They take all that tape. They listen, you got to do this, you got to do that. And then it's the player's job to sit here and go out there and actually utilize it. We can't blame coaches. I'm tired of blaming coaches for them not playing.
No,
they're
yes,
not
you
playing.
can, bruh.
You can't blame the coaches.
I'm not gonna make this about the Thunder, but I'm gonna use them as an example. Their first 2 years was fucking Billy Donovan's fault, and this last year was his fault and the GM's. You feel me? So
Sam Presti is a great GM. I can't even talk to you on that.
All right, bruh. He's a great. Tell your great GM you're down 4-1 and you guys are fucking watching the fucking, you feel me, the Utah Jazz. Like, come on, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even trying to sound like, this is where you got to separate being a fan, because you sound crazy right now. You sound even as a fan, you sound crazy. You feel me? It's like, come on. Like, this nigga shit the bed. You was up 3-1 on the fucking Warriors. You lost the fucking series and Durant, and you're telling me this nigga's still a good coach? Then you fucking, him and Presti brings in these 2 fucking outskirts to fucking make a super team, and this shit goes fucking AWOL, and you're like, this shit is working? Like, bruh. Like, you know what the definition of insanity is? OKC. That's the definition of insanity. Like, come on. Let's get this shit the fuck out of here.
Listen, the only reason why I say you can't blame the coach is because the coach is not on the floor. The coach just draws up the plays. He watches the team.
But that's the so fucking valuable. He like the plays,
the majority of the thing, and it's the players' job to go out there and utilize it. These 3 games that they lost, that OKC lost, they had a lead either at halftime or before halftime.
Honestly, I'm not going back to OKC. They're just a metaphor for this example. They lost because they're trash, and their coach is equally as trash. That's why they lost.
Eric Spoelstra is not a trash coach, though.
You said the fucking.
Let's talk
you said
about
OKC.
Miami. Eric Spoelstra.
No.
Eric Spoelstra is not a good. You say you're using him as an example. So
we gonna use.
Example.
No, we gonna use what you call it again, the Houston Rockets in Minnesota as an example, because that's the next one we could touching on.
Thibodeau is he's not a bad coach at all. He's not a bad coach at all.
He's not a bad coach, but he ain't been coaching good. Like, so I don't know how you want to call it. Like, you get
How
what
is
I'm
he
saying?
not coaching
Like, wait.
good?
And
It's just
the thing that's
players
crazy
just
is that
are
I could look
playing
at this
better.
shit objectively because I could have a, you feel me? Like, just like me being a producer, I could make a bunch of hot beats and kick out a couple whack ones. It's not impossible. You get what I'm saying? So it's not impossible for Thibodeau to be a great coach and coach a bad series. It's not impossible.
Jordan was a great player, and he played a bad year.
You know what I'm saying? Like the shit, like none of this shit is ahead of people. Like we're not talking about superhumans now. We're talking about professional NBA players. Like this shit and coaches. Like this shit is possible. Like you feel me? Like an example. We've seen the Thunder go up 3-1 and collapse. We've seen the Warriors go up 3-1 and collapse. Like this is not a hat. This is not past them. So this shit is all very possible. So
Yeah, it is. It's just I don't know. Like I said, I don't really blame coaches too much because it's the players that gotta make it and execute the shit. It's the players that gotta go out there and do that shit. It's the players. It's not the coach. It's the players that gotta be on the floor. They gotta stop that ball, not the coach, because the coach is over there just telling you what to do. Listen, yo, they're doing this. We need to sit here and do this. We need to do this. Go out there and do this. Go out there and do that. You know this. You hear it when you watch the game because they do their little audio checks all the time.
It's so different from being in the game and from the sideline. Like, and it sounds crazy because when you're a player, of course you want to be in the game. You want to play because you feel you can make the most effective change. But when you're on the sideline taking a rest, don't you see players coaching? They may not consider it coaching, but hey, yo, look, the guy from over here, he's coming. Hey, yo, watch, look for the pick, watch for the pick. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's coaching. Yeah. And the simple fact that they're telling you to watch for the pick, they're seeing shit that you're not seeing. So if you're the coach, you're telling me you don't have a different vantage point than the player, so you can't see shit that they're not seeing?
But that's what they tell them in the huddle, though.
You get what I'm saying? Right? So if they keep exploiting a certain play, or if they keep, tearing you up from the perimeter, or whatever the case is, you can't see this. You can't. Okay, all right, this is what we need. We need to make changes and adjustments. This is where coaching comes in. Because the player, wait, hold on. Just to take it back an example, because the player could be like Russell Westbrook. Oh, I'm gonna shut that shit down. And the only thing they're seeing is I'm gonna shut down Ricky Rubio. And then the coach, what he's seeing is you got 4 fouls, you're fucking up. We can't play the game we need to play now. You get what I'm saying? And hence, that's another example of bad coaching. Because you should have seen that shit from the fucking get-go. Oh, you got 2 fouls, you need to get out the game. But you get what I'm saying? Yeah, but now, this is what I'm saying, though.
I was telling them to take him out. I was yelling at the damn TV screen at the bowling alley. Like, take the motherfucker out. He got 2. Take him out.
But to get back to Thibodeau, I don't think he's called. Because right now, Karl Anthony Towns is not being used the way he should be used. The fact that Derrick Rose has been the highlight twice in this series is fucking amazing me, because this nigga got fucking prosthetic legs and he's making this shit work out there, but Karl Anthony Towns can't find the fucking bucket. Like, this is insane. Like, this is like, whoa, what's happening? Like, you get what I'm saying, my nigga? Like, what is really real right now?
Prosthetics.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
How you gonna get that nigga prosthetic legs out of nowhere, bro? Like, how?
But son, like, he's out there dropping 21 and 10, finding flashback reels of himself and putting these clips in there. Like, come on, bro. Like, let's get this shit out of here.
It's playoff time, baby. I gotta get y'all niggas working.
You feel me?
I believe that Karl Anthony Towns is not being used right, because he could bully the shit out of Clinton.
And where the fuck is Wiggins? Like, damn, these are names I am not hearing, man.
Playoffs, bro. He's doing everything he do every year they went to the playoffs, which was what?
Nothing, because this is the first year he's been to the playoffs.
Exactly, and they've been choking. Like, he choked all year long. When the game is on the line, he chokes. He's doing the same thing now. He's choking. It's his first playoff run. He's not taking it like Donovan Mitchell is taking it, or these other rookies is taking it. He's not taking it like, oh, this is my opportunity to sit here and make sure my name is rung. Like, Donovan Mitchell's name is being rung. This nigga got 110 points throughout 4 playoff series. The only other rookie to do that shit was Jordan, and he had 117 as a rookie. 117 total. So Donovan Mitchell about to pass Jordan for the most points in a playoff series for a rookie, for one of the best greatest of all times, one of the greatest of all time,
Look,
Jordan.
I don't know how we
Like,
got
come
back
on,
to
man.
Donovan, but look, Donovan is the GOAT, you feel me? And I appreciate
He's
what
the
he's
rookie
doing
GOAT.
with Utah, but it's the fact that when you look at Minnesota, it's like, come on, man. Minnesota like, yo, and the reason why I'm actually disappointed is because one, the coaching should be better, because two, I think they had 2 games where Houston wasn't with themselves. I think the last game Houston torched their ass, and that was like the Houston
Yes,
that we're
they
used
did.
to seeing. But
They had 50 points in the third quarter.
wait, so you
I
feel me?
watched that game.
That's the Houston that we're used to seeing. Now, you
They
feel
had
me?
50 points in the third quarter.
So they had 3 games of average regular Houston. James Harden reverting back to his regular playoff James Harden self, and they couldn't capitalize on that. Like, this the shit that I be like, this is where
Even, you know
coaching
what? Even
is
in the last
important.
game for the Timberwolves, they was up. They was up by 15 before halftime. Then they was up by at least 5 at halftime. And then after that, it's like once they started, it's like the Rockets just, oh well. Chris Paul even got 25 points in that goddamn game. He had like 20. Yeah, he got 25, 6 and 6. James Harden had 36. Clint Capella 14 and 17. Trevor Ariza 15. Eric Gordon is 18. Like, they had niggas just come out and say, fuck it, we gonna shoot and we gonna make it. That's how it looked. Like, niggas said, we gonna shoot, we gonna make it, fuck y'all. Y'all ain't gonna do shit. And and that's what happened. So I don't know, man. When it comes to Thibodeau, listen, like I said, he's a good coach. We all know he's a good coach. You might be right. You're right. He's not coaching right to where you can sit here and go, well, yeah, you can get over the slump on this one.
You feel me? And that's the thing. And I'm gonna keep it G. I don't be coming at it like trying to shit on these coaches and shit, man. I love what they do. You feel me? Cause think about it. If I didn't love what they do, I wouldn't be saying what they do is an important part of the game, and we need this shit to be on fucking lockdown right now. Cause great coaching, like I'm gonna put it to you like this: I feel like the Utah series is more coaching than players.
Yeah.
Just to revert to it. I don't really feel like I don't feel like it's the players out there like really shitting on fucking OKC. I feel like this is just coaching. They're just exploiting their weaknesses and just utilizing it to their advantage. And then like I'm gonna be honest with you, and I feel like that should be like the situation being done in what would you call it again with Philly, not Philly, with Boston.
Yeah,
because that shit is too evenly. That one's too evenly matched. You feel me?
Yeah.
They should be exploiting their weaknesses and taking advantage of the situation. Because you got both their players out. This shit is a little bit too evenly matched. We only got blown out once, and we lost 2 games by 5. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe I'm a little too optimistic, but I'll be patting myself on the back. 5 points, no garbage time. Nah, we could beat these niggas. You feel me? That's how I'm coming into this shit. We can beat these niggas.
I lose a game by 5 fucking pins. I'm like, all right, yeah, I got this nigga the next game. It's over.
You get what I'm saying? That's how we coming.
Bro.
Like, wait, I can get you.
This nigga now.
You feel me? But if you beat me by 15, then I win by like 8. Be like, I don't know, man. You feel me? I don't know.
Well, I can't say that because I sit here and I get smoked like this past weekend. No, WrestleMania weekend. I was in New York at the Battle of the Sexes tournament for bowling. Shout out to Rochester. They real nice. They got a real nice lane. The people is actually nice out there. I don't go out there a lot. I think that was probably my second time going out there. But I got smoked by 110 pins, my nigga. 110 pins. By a woman. A woman
Let your
beat
ass
me
up.
by 110
nuts, bro.
pins, bro. Yo, when I say I looked at that score and it was the best of 3 series. So the first game she beat me by 110. I said I will never in my life lose like this again. Especially to no fucking woman. Bro, I smoked her the next 2 games.
Why had to be like that to no fucking
because I was so disappointed. Yo, you don't know how much. It's like Piff said. Like, I had so much confidence in myself. I got a call. I didn't know nothing about this tournament. my peoples called me like, yo, I seen what you did last Thursday. I want you to come out this weekend. We need an extra man. We battling the women. We gotta win. Right? Yo, when I say, like, she was striking left, right, it didn't matter what way she threw that fucking ball, she got a strike. She beat by 110. I said, you know what? I went outside. I sparked me up. When I came inside, my nigga, I said, I ain't never lose like this again. My man's like, yo, you better smoke her because you looking bad. You looking bad. I beat her by 180 pins the next game, and then I got a perfect game, and I smoked her by 210 pins.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't playing. I'm not, dog. I was so hurt off that 110 loss. It's like, I know what she's going to do. I know how to play my game. So that's what I feel like the Celtics should be doing. They know how to play their game. They should stick to it. That's how they got them wins. Whether it's 5 or 15, the Celtics are going to play their game. Just like the Utah Jazz is playing their game. Just like the Rockets are playing their game. Like the teams that are up in the series or tied only because they stopped playing their game. Point blank.
So wait. So when you say that, that's my nigga. These segues, and I just want to let the listeners know this is all organic because since you talking about niggas being tied who stopped playing their game, let's look at Toronto and Washington right now because this shit looks like it could go anyway.
Toronto is going back to what we already seen from Toronto.
Nah, I agree.
They're choking. They're choking because they could have smoked them 4-0. They were supposed to beat them 4-0. 4-0. And they was up by the half by 10 points on each game. It was up by the 2 games they lost, they was up by the half by 10 to 15 points. Both games they lost, they was up by the half by 10 to 15. Washington came in and smoked their ass and took them games over. This is the old Raptors. They're going to get smoked. They're going to lose this series the next 2 games. Point blank. Shit in the bed Raptors. This is what we know.
And the part that's crazy is that this is where good coaching comes into play. Because Dwayne Casey, I'm sorry, bruh. I think you jinxed yourself that year when you said you was going to beat the shit out of Brooklyn and y'all got swept in the first round. Because that shit ain't never helped your ass since. Because, bruh, I think they lost in the first round 2 times, then they lost in the second round. No, I think they lost in the second round twice, or it doesn't even matter. Because whenever they met, you feel me, LeBron, it was a wrap.
They lost.
You feel me?
They got trashed, bro.
They got trashed. And they got trashed. They didn't just lose. Like, they didn't lose. They got trashed.
And LeBron didn't give a fuck what seed you were. You could have been infinite seed. Nigga, you bring that ass over here.
LeBron ain't having it.
But it's like I'm gonna keep it G between. I feel like the East has more teams that could swing the fucking pendulum either way because between Boston and the Bucks and the Celtics and the Raps and the Wizards, bro, those games could go either way, and that's crazy because we're talking about the
Boston is gonna win. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen.
I'm just telling you from the same way you looked at it from the Toronto series. Honestly, what you say, if the Wizards could just kick shit up in the hyper gear, they could take out the fucking the Toronto. I've seen it happen. Wait.
Yeah,
we've seen them lose in the first round as a fucking top seed. So this isn't new. You feel me? And with that being said, Dwayne Casey needs to get the fuck out and dodge because that's an example of bad coaching. But then when it comes to the Boston-Milwaukee shit, just to go back to it, same thing. Because Boston's up 3-2. Boston's up 3-2 without their remember, there's a bunch of rookies out there performing. That's the shit that's what's impressive.
On a stellar level.
They only got 1 rookie, okay?
But they got 3 rookies out there, bro. 3 rookies. Tatum's a rookie. Rozier's a rookie. And I forgot the other nigga's name.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. Tatum started this year. Rozier's a rookie. Jaylen Brown.
A year ago. I think it was a year ago. He was there last year. And Teddy Rozier was there last year. They both was there last year. Jason Tatum is the only rookie that they had this year.
Nah, man, 2 of them started this year, bro. You're bugging.
Nah, I'm about to check that shit right now.
Check that shit right now, my nigga. Come on. And then when you get back, we're going to torch that ass for being wrong.
only if I'm wrong. Only if I'm wrong.
No. You're going to be wrong. That's the flame. Hold on, let me light.
You said Jaylen
Teddy Rozier, 2 years in the NBA.
Okay.
Jaylen Brown.
Okay, when did he start?
2016.
He started 16. Exactly. 2 years in the NBA. The only rookie they got is Jason Tatum.
Oh
That's
shit!
it.
All right, you right.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
that's
right.
it.
All
I
right,
knew
you
I
right.
seen them faces before. I'm like,
All
wait,
right, you
hold
right.
up. Jaylen Brown was there last year. He was a wash last year. Niggas started calling him a bust because he wasn't doing what he's doing now. Like he wasn't putting up the numbers now. Then he's putting up 25 or better in this series. I think either 25 or 20 in this series better, and he wasn't doing that last year with Isaiah Thomas.
Nah, you right.
So, like, Jason Tatum is the surprise. Yeah, he getting his double-double,
Oh,
but he did that all year.
no. What's Nick? Nah, he only been in the league for one season. This is his second season right now. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 years.
Second season, yeah.
Yeah, 2
That's
years.
whatever, man. Well, look, we got one last team on the slate, and they actually go on in the next 10 minutes. So we got Golden State and San Antonio Spurs. And I feel that this one is a home game for Golden State, so we could give our predictions now. I'm going to put it like this. I don't think the Spurs are going to get swept. I think I said that last time, and they won the previous game, so they're actually down 3-1, and they're going to Golden State. I actually pray that they win, but I just know that these home games, honestly, but I'm not even going to hold you. Some of these home games be terrifying. Terrifying. Like, wait, I'm gonna keep it. Wait. Right now, I'm gonna be very frank with you. I'm gonna name the home games that are like, yo, I would hate to play there. Wait. Hold on. Not there. And I'm mad. It's all on the West Coast. Golden State at home. Oh man, bro, those fans are a little bit too lit. Too fucking lit. OKC at home, bruh.
Yeah.
Those fans are a little bit too lit. And the Houston Rockets at home, bruh. That shit is like a fucking festival of the dead. Like, this shit is crazy, bruh. Fucking crazy. And I'm only saying that because I don't know if it makes any sense when I say it, but you could feel the excitement through the screen. Like when the Golden State Warriors start clicking, and they start going for three, and there's a splash, and bruh, oh man, I'm sorry, bruh. I be like, nah, this shit's over. It's only like 3 minutes into the first quarter.
If them niggas hit at least 6 in the first quarter, which they normally do, I think they go for like 6 or 7 threes in the first quarter. And they always, if they hit them 6 or 7, it's over for the rest of the games. They are.
Bro, that just takes the roof off. Takes the fucking roof off.
Like,
bro,
you can't calm that quiet. You can't quiet that crowd down. Even if you hit a 2-pointer after they hit the 3, they gonna come back down and hit another 3. The crowd gonna be back to life. Like, that shit be
You
that
feel
should
me?
Be crazy, man.
And not to take anything away from the East, I know the East got some teams that fucking get lit, man. So I just want to give shouts to the Boston fans because they just ignorant.
Oof. Philly this year.
Philly fans, they super ignorant. You know what I mean? And then I'm not gonna hold you. Cleveland, they I don't think the Cleveland fans are that lit. I'm sorry.
No.
I don't think they're that lit, man.
It's too much of a small town.
You get what I'm saying?
Like, it's too much of a small town.
I think Toronto might be a little more lit.
At home,
man, that's the 6, bro. That's the
at
6,
home,
bro.
yes. And it's only because it's not even because of the basketball. It's because of Drake. Because Drake being the audience, and he be getting the crowd all pumped.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you feel me?
He gets the crowd pumped. He be there. Niggas be soup. And then when they start actually clicking and playing a good ball, then it's like, oh, all right, now the crowd is really into it. But it's mainly Drake. It's not the Raptors, because the Raptors play like shit. Raptors play like shit.
Hey man, Drake give life.
Look, it's the truth, man.
You know what I mean? Look,
it's
man.
the truth.
Well, we touched on the fucking the first round of the playoffs, man, and that shit was fucking marvelous, gentlemen. Shout outs to us, man. Now, let's take it to the best part of the fucking show, gentlemen. Roll up a motherfucking hole up. Good news and bad news. I get the bad news out the way. No wild out stories of the week this week, so we're gonna save y'all and double down next week or next show with a fucking ill wild out story cast. But with that being said, we got a special fucking cast coming up this week with the just drew a blank NFL draft. So we're gonna get that shit crackulating. So we're gonna go a full NFL, nothing but football breakdown. So if y'all ready for the draft, if you want to talk about the teams, who needs all that shit, we're going full NFL. Stay tuned for that. So I'm hoping we should. I don't know, guys. Should we go before the draft or after the draft? We want to see who our predictions or who shit the bed. Because, y'all all over the place. Because I would love
We
to
could
do
actually
one.
do
I want to do both. But, let me know.
Actually, yeah, I want to do both too. Because, I'm actually, like I said, I'm kind of free. So I could actually do both. We could do a prediction of who need what, who should be. And then we could actually do like, all right, well, this is what can be done now because of who they got. So, yeah, we can do both. That'll definitely help out because, everybody going to watch the draft. I'm going to watch it, especially because my team, I'm telling you, boy, when I say it's over, the miracle season, the miracle run, Pete Carroll, this year, last year, not to try to touch on it right now, but this Pete Carroll last year, it's over with. We about to get a new head coach. Everything about to come from Seattle. So I'm definitely going to be into the draft. We need the draft. We need the draft.
I don't know about that Pete Carroll statement, but
No, I'm telling you, it's going to be his last season. It's his last season, regardless. It's going to be his last season because it's too much, man. Like they let go half of the Legion of Boom, more than half of the Legion of Boom is gone.
I don't think they let them go. Well, you're saying it like they willingly let them go. I figured that this was. I feel like a lot of it was contractual and egos.
It was money. No. It was money.
When it comes to egos and money, Richard Sherman, he had too much mouth and he wanted to get paid. You can't pay a nigga the big bucks and he's gonna talk slimy about you on the podium. That shit don't go hand in hand.
Well, shit, if that's the case, Earl Thomas should have been let go too. You heard what he said? He want to go to Dallas. This nigga said he wants to play for Dallas. He told Dallas, "Come get me."
Well, look, as long
he gonna be going that shit too.
And wait. And as long as this nigga is on contract, he could keep wanting to go fucking wait, that's the shit that be fucking hilarious to me. Like, I bet, yeah, you had the contract, huh, nigga? Okay, you can keep wanting to go. You go there twice a year, nigga, and you better win.
Their let goes was more money based than anything. It wasn't no real disagreement with Michael Bennett. It was just money issues. They don't have the cap space. I know that for a fact. Like I said, I follow them so fucking much. The cap space is just too much. We only got $12 million in cap space, so we wasn't able to keep Richard Sherman and Michael Bennett regardless. We would have to pick one. So we can't pick. They let them both go and just said, we're going to get draft picks for it. Might have been a smart decision, might not have been. Don't look like it's going to be a smart decision because now we're going to be weak on defense on both ends, cornerback and defensive line. That shit is going to be, it's not going to be the same. Not going to be the same.
Put it like this. I could definitely, whoa. This is, I'm reading some wild, I could agree with you there, my nigga, because I'm reading some wild shit that I want to try to sneak in this motherfucking shit, but I don't think I got enough time. But